What's going on, guys? So it is obviously that season again for gophers. This is probably all from one gopher. Let's count them. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 mounds. And these weren't here 2 days ago. So yeah, gophers work really quickly. They essentially destroy your yard. These mounds get really, really large. This one right here, can't really tell if it's the newest or the oldest one. This one looks kind of fresh. And again, it's always kind of hard to tell what mound is the newest mound out here. But these look like they've been here for a little while. And they look like they've worked their way this way. Then I got 3 more over there, 5 more over there. So there's more there than I thought. But yeah, I'm gonna start probing around and seeing if I can find the best spot to set a trap. And I'm gonna guess that their run, it's either gonna be on this side of the mounds or it's gonna be on the other side. And the way you check for it is grab a probe and then start just kind of poking around, and when you find it, you'll find it. It'll just drop right in. I think it's probably going to be on this side. Sometimes you can put it right in the side of the mound and find it. These mounds look like they're forming from this side, but it's not how the rest of them are. So okay, so I have 2 of the gopher hawks set. I have this one right here, which is towards the end of this run. That one's not too deep in the ground. It's probably only maybe about 10 inches in the ground. And then this one right here, I actually found it the first probe I did in the ground, so that one's a little bit deeper, and hopefully I'll catch this gopher right here. But yeah, they make a ton of holes, and this could be the very same gopher. So gophers make a ton of these mounds very quickly, and they really destroy your yard. And if you're wondering why mowers kind of get, their work cut out for them out here, it's because these tunnels are a good foot underground. And when it rains, or just over time, the vibration, it's sand, that tunnel collapses and makes a little trench from, each one of these mounds going in the ground. And there's hundreds, if not thousands of them out here. And those are the reasons why mowers, when they go over this, what seems like smooth ground, they really get quite the jolt when they hit these gopher mounds or these gopher tunnels that have collapsed in. And again, if we count just this one run, starting from over here, I see the first one right there. I don't see others on that side, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. 15 runs, or 15 mounds with one gopher in 2 days. And then this one over here is 5 of them. It kind of goes that way, then it curves up this way. But yeah, that's the main point of trying to catch them, is because they eat all the roots. They eat all the roots of the grass underneath the ground, and they start killing your ground. But then you also get a ton of these mounds. And if you look at some other properties that have uncontrolled gopher mounds, you will see hundreds, if not thousands of them, just all spread out all across the property. So this is what we're trying to control out here. I wish there was a more humane way of doing it, but this is really the only true way. If we catch them and they're alive, then we'll usually run them up the street and let them go. But yeah, most of these, it catches them right around the neck, so we don't really find them in that great a condition when we dig them out. But yeah, they're set now. We'll see how they work. Hopefully we catch us a couple of them. Meanwhile, the Toro's been working really well. Again, the reason why this thing has so many hours on it is because we use all the buckets. We have all the gopher equipment in here. I keep a Makita drill in here. This thing has been through the ringer, so much so that the chuck is actually kind of wobbling a little bit. It's kind of weird. Keep some wasp killer in there, hammer, bungee cords, some little flags to mark things off. And this thing has been an absolute phenomenal mower. Speaking of phenomenal equipment, the Echo, so the string trimmer we have, the SRM 2620, has also been a workhorse. Absolutely fantastic. Haven't had a single issue with it so far. Works really well, and again, it just does the job effortlessly out here. We use the battery powered stuff as well. If it's, you know, harder, thicker stuff and we think it's going to kill the battery by going through it with one of those, we'll just hook up the gas string trimmer here. I wish there was an hour meter on it so you guys could see how many hours are on it, but as you can probably tell, it's been through the ringer. This thing absolutely has added the value that we hoped it would add. Same with the mower. Very, very cool. But yeah, we're going to let these things go, see how well they perform. Hopefully we'll have us at least 1 or 2 gophers by the end of the day. All right, so it's been several hours. The sun has at least shifted quite a bit. All right, so it's been several hours. The sun has shifted quite a bit. I don't anticipate I probably caught anything, but let's go check the traps out just to see what's going on. It is an absolutely beautiful day out here. Little on the warm side, but humidity is super low. I mean, it's like in the 40s, so yeah, it's real dry. You guys probably remember Buddy. That's the puppy that somebody left on the side of the road. So we adopted it. Oh, I think I caught one over here. So one trap has gone off. I didn't bring any equipment out here with me. That's this trap right here. And there's a chance I caught something. Yeah, pretty sure I caught something because that's not coming out of the hole. So I'm gonna have to go get my tools. This one over here did not trigger. I took the mower, and if you guys are wondering what happened to the mounts, I take the mower and I set the deck down as low as I can go to number 1, and I just essentially plow over them. I don't have the blade going or anything, but yeah, it just essentially knocks them over, flattens them out. Looks like we caught at least 1 gopher, so the one over there we didn't catch, and we'll check that one later. Anyways, let's dig this thing up and see what we found. There we go. Sorry if you're sensitive to these things, but clean kill. Didn't have to worry about him suffering, so good deal. We're going to dispose of him. Buddy, get away from the hole. Yeah, this thing works really, really well, and he got a gopher problem. So far, we've probably, I don't even know the number. We stopped counting a long time ago, but we're probably well over 75 to 100 gophers at this point. So yeah, Gopher Hawk, super effective product. I need to buy more of them. I only have 2 of them, and when the season's right, or at least when all the gophers start making their mounds, they certainly come in handy, and I have them all over the place. So I got to get a few more. I don't know if you recall the project that I did a while back where I ran plumbing from the well closer to the house, or at least the shallow well closer to the house, so we could use that water for irrigation. But I had some extra PVC fittings, so I made this little neat thing here. So I got a hose running from one of the main spigots going into the side here, and then I made a bucket fill down here. So I actually have the ability to fill up a bucket right here very quickly. It's also good for my sprayers, things like that, that normally you have to hold like a sprayer on top of. And then we have a little timer right here, but just attached it to the end of this really cool little bench that we have out here. This thing is probably the most handy thing that we got with this property. Super awesome. Yeah, but I sure hope you guys are kind of enjoying this. You know, this is the second video on BTB RV life, which again is more of a kind of a homesteading type video. Things that aren't really going to be traditional to trucks, RVs, and that stuff. We might have some RV content sprinkled in as it kind of applies to stuff we're doing out here. Buddy is getting huge. He has gotten so big. I mean, he's like a good-sized dog now, and he is probably the most loyal dog ever. I guess that's what happens when you save him on the side of the expressway. But Buddy's a very, very well-trained dog, too. Now, Buddy, sit, boy. Sit. Good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Buddy. Buddy, roll over. Well, he's still getting used to that one. He does it inside, though. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, take a moment, subscribe to the channel. And we thank you for joining us on BTBRV Life. We'll talk to you again soon. Come on, boy, let's go inside.